Friends, welcome. Today we're not just going to talk about hooks and knockouts, but about something far more fascinating: the psychology of boxing. Mike Tyson wasn't just a boxer. He was a force of nature so intimidating that many of his opponents lost the fight in their minds long before stepping into the ring. But at the height of his career, there were some who dared to challenge him verbally to get inside his head. In this video, we're going to tell the stories of three of the boldest opponents of the legendary champion and how their provocations turned into unforgettable lessons.
Slower and much more measured Mike Tyson. And Albany to that good right hand, Alvin down.
Mitch Blood Green, the street enemy. Mitch Green was more than just a rival. He was a ghost from Tyson's past. Both grew up in the dangerous neighborhood of Brownsville, Brooklyn, and belonged to rival gangs. This wasn't a fight for a belt, it was a personal vendetta. Green, with a record of 16-1, proclaimed himself the true king of the street and promised to kill Tyson in the ring. But his arrogance was nothing more than a smokescreen for his fear. The fight was set for May 20th, 1986. From the very first round, all of Green's bravado vanished. Tyson, fueled by rage, attacked him with unheard-of ferocity.
Double up. He just was a little bit lazy, especially in the later rounds, so we'll see what he does about that against Mitch Green.
Round 1. Green, overwhelmed by the speed and power of his opponent, stopped boxing and resorted to running around the ring, trying to survive until the end. Tyson, seeing that Green had no intention of fighting, chased him all over the ring, unhurried, like a hunter cornering his prey.
Career period. It's a story that has been told many times, and we'll develop it as this evening goes on.
Rounds 2 to 5. Mitch Green turned into an expert in the art of survival. His legs never stopped moving, constantly trying to keep as much distance as possible. Whenever Tyson managed to close the gap, Green clung to him in a clinch to avoid any punishment. The crowd began to boo, frustrated by the lack of action.
The body.
Tyson, visibly angry, continued his relentless pursuit, landing occasional blows that shook Green's body. Rounds 6 to 10. As the rounds went by, Green began to wear down. His legs were no longer as quick, and his attempts to clinch grew more desperate.
Tyson's going 10 rounds. He said after he finished the Tillis fight, he did pace himself. And
Tyson, with an almost terrifying discipline, wasn't looking for the knockout. He was looking for humiliation. He struck methodically, systematically, as if he were giving a lesson. The referee even had to deduct points from Green for his constant hugging. The fight wasn't a contest, but a psychological torture. Tyson's victory was so overwhelming that one judge scored it 100-88, a brutal difference that reflected Mike's absolute dominance. The story didn't end there. 2 years later, in 1988, Mitch Green approached Tyson in a Harlem store to insult him and demand a rematch. What happened next was a street knockout. With a single punch, Tyson broke Green's nose and fractured his own hand in the process. Green sued and received a settlement, but he also took away the harshest lesson of his life. You don't provoke a demon if you can't handle him.
He's taking his time and just having fun. It's like chopping a tree down. He's going to the body.
Marvis Frazier, the son of a legend. In boxing, the pressure of a legacy can be overwhelming. Marvis Frazier was the son of the legendary champion Joe Frazier, the only man who ever broke Muhammad Ali's jaw. Marvis not only had to fight Mike Tyson, but he also had to carry the weight of a glorious surname. Joe Frazier, confident that his son was the perfect man to defeat Mike, declared that Tyson is just a car and Marvis is a truck that's going to run him over. Marvis, with his 15-1 record, believed his father's words. Before the fight, he displayed arrogance, insisting that the world was going to see what Tyson was made of. The fight, 30 seconds of terror. On July 26, 1986, Tyson came out like a hurricane. The bell rang, and Marvis, confident, tried to use a jab to keep his distance, the classic tactic. But Tyson didn't stop for a second. He moved laterally, closed the gap, and unleashed a flurry of punches. In less than 20 seconds, he landed an uppercut that sent Marvis staggering. Marvis's head snapped back from the force of the impact. Moments later, Tyson delivered a brutal right hook that sent him to the canvas. Marvis, unable to react, fell on his back, and the fight was stopped immediately.
Uppercut, and Marvis is hurt. Frazier is down.
Joe Frazier's record of 32 knockout victories did nothing to protect his son from Mike's fury. It was one of the fastest knockouts in boxing history and left experts speechless. Marvis, completely demoralized by the defeat, had only 3 more fights before retiring. Tyson's beating not only took away his unbeaten record, but also crushed his dream of following in his father's footsteps.
Marvis is badly hurt at this point. Uppercut again, and there Marvis is out on his feet.
Tyrell Biggs. The Olympic revenge. The rivalry between Tyrell Biggs and Mike Tyson dates back to their amateur days. Biggs, a tall and elegant 6 feet 5 inches boxer, was the United States' great hope. In 1984, the Olympic team chose him to represent the country, leaving Tyson off the squad. Resentment grew when Biggs allegedly asked Tyson disdainfully what he was doing at the Olympic training camp. That slight stuck in Mike's mind. After Biggs won the gold medal and turned professional, his path crossed with Tyson, who was already a unified champion. Before their fight in October 1987, Biggs declared that he wasn't afraid of a man Tyson's size, and that his speed and jab would be the key to defeating him.
Exactly the same way. It's one of those fights you really don't know. I believe in...
The fight. Methodical revenge. Unlike his other fights, Tyson didn't aim to knock Biggs out quickly. Mike punished him methodically, hitting him again and again, savoring his suffering. Round 1, Biggs started the fight with his box and move style. He threw long jabs, moved around the ring, and tried to keep Tyson at a distance. For a few minutes, it seemed as if his plan might work.
Tyson also said that he has found a pattern in Tyrell Biggs that he feints to the...
Round 2, the situation changed drastically. Tyson, with terrifying patience, began to cut off the ring and corner Biggs. When Biggs tried to clinch, Tyson shoved him mercilessly and landed a left hook that rocked him. Biggs' confidence crumbled.
Good target, the hands again, which I think is a major mistake because of Tyson's hand speed.
Rounds 3-6. Tyson became a relentless predator. He wasn't looking for a single knockout punch. Instead, he focused on breaking Biggs down. He unleashed combinations of hooks and body shots, forcing the Olympic champion to retreat and simply try to survive.
Let me show you what Tyson does when he delivers that left hook. He takes 1, 2...
Biggs, who had never taken so much punishment, looked confused and disoriented. Tyson took his time, knowing the victory was already his, and that he could savor the punishment.
The cut is right above the eye. It's exactly in the...
Round 7. By the end of the 7th round, Biggs couldn't go on any longer. Tyson cornered him against the ropes and punished him mercilessly with a flurry of punches. Biggs collapsed to the canvas, and although he got up, the referee stopped the fight. The crowd, accustomed to Tyson's lightning-fast knockouts, was surprised. Tyson later admitted that he wanted to punish him, to give him a lesson for the humiliation he had caused him years earlier. On his knees, with a battered face, Tyrell Biggs had to endure the humiliation of a painful defeat.
Oh, that
was a tremendous left hand.
Lessons from the ring and beyond. The legacy of these fights goes beyond a simple record of wins and losses. Mitch Green, Marvis Frazier, and Tyrell Biggs learned, in the most painful way, that Mike Tyson's true strength wasn't just in his fists, it was in his mind. His intimidation was so powerful that just facing him put you at a disadvantage. Humility in boxing is a virtue learned through blows. These 3 men, for their lack of respect toward a legendary opponent, paid the highest price in the sport: humiliation. Their stories remind us that, in boxing and in life, respect and preparation are just as important as talent. Which other Tyson story would you like us to tell? Leave your comment below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.